You're welcome to DBA TV, where we discuss everything international trade. In this series, you are going to be learning about what each of the Nigerian states have to offer as far as export is concerned. I have maintained that Nigerian states are billionaires in dollars and that they can be self-sufficient, but because a number of governors comes in with not the intention of generating income, but with the intention of sharing the money. But in this particular episode, we have put together series of video for all the Nigerian states from Abia to Zamfara, and this to enable the new governors that are coming in or the new administration in different states of the country to be able to take a cue from what we've shared in this video, which, by the way, covers the peculiarity of each state apart from the preamble. It talks about the profile of the profit, of the debt and income of the state. It talks about the potential of the state. It talks about the purchaser of the product the state have to offer, and of course, the exportable product, and also the proposal we have for the state and how the state can directly profit from exporting raw materials, manufactured goods, solid minerals, and agri-commodity. I believe this will be of interest to you and maybe to your governor or to commissioner, whoever it is in your state. Thank you very much for joining. Enjoy yourself as you learn through what maybe your state is what we are looking at today, what Nigerian state have to offer. Happy listening. Thank you very much. So we're starting with preamble as usual, and then peculiarity of this state, profile of this interesting state, then the potential of Osun State, the purchaser of what Osun State is capable of exporting, and then we'll round off with the proposal and profit of export to Osun State. Why should Osun State export? To avoid overdependence on federal allocation. Why should Osun State export? To boost the GDP of the state. Why should Osun State export? To create opportunity for SME to grow. Why should Osun State export? To decrease dependence on domestic market. Why should Osun State export? To earn export proceeds. Why should Osun State export? To make farm and rural life become more lucrative. Why should Osun State export? To gain global market share and recognition. Why should Osun State export? Export is capable of making the state home of creativity and innovation. Export is able to make the state become an industrial catalyst for the state. It's a sort of job creation for the state. It can help the state to know the value of what it has as competitive advantage. It can help the state to leave the way for other states to follow. It can make the state to be independent of the federal government. It can make the state business to enjoy numerous incentives of the federal government. There are numerous opportunities to maximize the indigenous of the state abroad. And I've spoken about this a lot, about the fact that there is need for a very serious synergy between Nigeria and home and abroad. It's a sort of poverty eradication in the state. It can help the state to quit the lead of state depending on wasting assets like oil, help to revive the economy of the state, slow down rural and urban migration. It's a tax opportunity for exporters in the state. Utilization of idle capacity. It can help to boost the viability of the state, wealth creation opportunity for the citizens of the state, can be said to yearn for more improvement because of competition, and more importantly, zeroing in on its area of strength. What do you see in Osun State? What do you see in Osun State today? Sorry for the break in transmission, little issue with my network. What do you see in Osun State today? Do you see the fact that Osun State is said to be non-viable? That's true, but what do you see in Osun State? Do you see the fact that there's unemployment? And that's correct. What do you see in Osun State today? Do you see very high level of poverty? What do you see in Osun State today? Frustration? These are all challenges of Osun State. Not just Osun State, many states in Nigeria. But this session is to show opportunities in farming, opportunities in mining, and of course, opportunities in our population. Opportunities in farming, opportunities in mining, and opportunities in our population. Opportunities in our population. Opportunities in our population. And this is very important because we need to find where the opportunity lies in every state of the population. We need to find where the opportunity lies in every state of the population in every state of the nation, rather. So there's opportunities in our population, opportunities in mining, and opportunities in farming. All right. Osun State was carved out of Oyo State on August 27, 1991, by the Babangida regime. It's located in the southwest, a landlocked state, occupying 9,251 square kilometers. Osun State share boundary with Kwara, Oyo State, Ogun State, Ondo State, and Ekiti State. It's nicknamed the land of Basho. Derived its name from the Osun River, venerated natural spring that is manifestation of Yoruba goddess of the same name. Osun State produces over 40,000 tons quality of cocoa annually, a major gold deposit also in Nigeria. And you will see the level of indebtedness of this state, despite the fact that it has gold. This state, the debt is so high, very, very high. There are many states also in Nigeria. But it has gold and it produces a lot of cocoa. The people of the state are Yoruba, and they trace their origin to Odua and religious development to Yoruba culture. Other important cities include Ila-Orogun, Ede, Ilesha. The state name is derived from River Osun, like I said, a deified natural spring where annual traditional festivities are held. I mean, Osogbo Festival is a very, very popular festival in Osun State, with visitors from Brazil, Cuba, Trinidad and Tobago, Grenada, and other nations in the Americas, North America, and South America, with a significant Yoruba cultural heritage. This state has investment in has opportunity for investment in light manufacturing, health, tourism, energy, mining, and the like. It has 30 local government, small local government. 5 million people live in Osun State. 5 million. Osun State is bigger than some countries in Africa. Vegetation is tropical savanna. Major crop: cashew, cocoa, maize, cassava, oil palm, tobacco. Soil minerals: gold, clay, limestone, kaolin, and granite. The state is the third largest producer of cocoa in Nigeria, has the lowest poverty rate in Nigeria, is home of tourism, Host of annual famous Osun Osogbo Festival. Largest deposit of gold in Nigeria. 16 plus hours per day of constant supply of electricity in the state capital. 5th in the forestry subsector in Nigeria. Investment opportunity exists in cashew, in gold, tourism, in cocoa, in cassava, in education, in forestry, FESPA, granite, and power. Osogbo is the capital, of course, and this state have huge opportunity for growth. Let's look at the working population, about 3 million people. Those not in labor force, 1.2 million. Those in labor force, 1.8. Out of those 1.8 gainfully employed, 1.1. The remaining are not gainfully employed. 1.2 are not in labor force in Osun State. Profiles. Profile. The IGR of this state is about 20 billion. Federal allocation is about 50 billion. Total, about 70 billion. The debt stock of this state, domestic and foreign together, 174. Foreign debt is 107 million. A lot of states in Nigeria having foreign debt. We have to incur more cost to pay back that debt because of this exchange rate differential. But you know the interesting thing? The state can easily pay back without having to buy dollar if the state adopts some of the idea being shared in this program on the state beginning to consider to export by itself. To export by itself. Let's look deeper into this state. The state IGR, 24%. Sorry, about 28%. About 71, 28.5% IGR, 71.5% federal allocation. Go and look at the operating expense. 71% of the total budget. So, and that's about 46. With the IGR of Osun State alone, Osun State cannot pay his salary, cannot run the government, cannot pay his debt. But this is one of the largest producers of cocoa and largest deposit of gold in Nigeria. Just imagine this state owes 32,000 naira per citizen and is investing just about 3,500 in its capital expenditure per capita. IGR per capita is 3,678 naira. 678 naira. This state cannot pay its operating expense without depending on Abuja. But the objective of this program basically is to show how the state can make money from export. Let's see what budget have to say about this state. According to the budget report of Nigerian state, Osun State, the mark number 13 in the fiscal performance ranking, nevertheless, the land of Bashi is still highly dependent on the handout from federal government. Very risky fiscal strategy, especially considering the fact that crude oil price is volatile. The statutory allocation declined in 2020, probably because of COVID. Someone is asking, how do I get FDA certification? Do I need it? Yes, you need FDA in spite of NAFDAC. I would recommend you visit Nigeria Export Promotion Council office. I'm sure they will be able to assist you. I would recommend you visit Nigeria Export Promotion Council office. I'm sure they will be able to assist you. That's for Juliet. Commendably, year on year, its internal generated revenue increased by 9.74%. However, this is not enough. the state is still existing beneath its true potential. It has the smallest IGR per capita, which is smaller than the average IGR per capita in Nigeria is 4,600. But this state is 33,600. Osun State was one of the 17 states that deprioritized capital expenditure, cutting year-on-year spending by 37, from 30 to 18. This is Governor Yetola. Maybe this explains the reason why it could not be returned. Cutting capital expenditure, I don't think is good enough for the state. Furthermore, per capita analysis indicate that Osun State capital expenditure translates to a meager investment of 3,500 per capita. There is some concern about the depth of interest and the capacity of the state has in investing in infrastructure development of the state, and can improve the quality of life of the citizen. In contrast, there was a slight 7% uptick in expenses recorded for operating activities. So there is decline in capital expenditure, but increase in operating expense. The state needs to look to boosting its IGR, as its allocation to capital expenditure may highly be affected by its low revenue. With a total debt burden of 174 billion, the state has one of the highest total debt per capita, 32,000. Statutorily, is 37,000 per citizen, but this state is 32,000, more than the average of Nigeria. This means future debt servicing and repayment obligation will continue to drown out a sizable component of the state future revenue. Adeleke has a lot of work to do. Loan repayment got about 21 billion in 2020, third largest loan repayment made by any state in Nigeria. Simultaneously, external debt has hit all-time high of $107 million. High debt burden, imprudent fiscal planning, misplaced expenditure priority could carve a clear path to financial difficulty for the state. You know, sometimes when I see the way some of the governors, people fight to become governors, sometimes it doesn't appear they have an idea of what they are going into. Anyway, sometimes they believe they can borrow and leave the place and let the other person worry. But I know this cannot continue for too long, sincerely, because it's totally unsustainable. All right. What are the potential opportunities in Osun State? The people of the state are mostly farmers, producing food like yam, maize, cassava, beans, cocoyam. The cash crop grown include tobacco and palm produce. Transportation in the state is either by road or rail. Osun economy is based mainly on agriculture. Like I said earlier, yam, cassava, corn, bean, millet, plantain, cocoa, palm oil, palm kernel, and palm fruit. Cotton industry produce brass work, woven cloth, and wood carving. Woven cloth and wood carving. Someone said, what is the advantage of OAU in Osun State? As I graduated there, I was thinking, okay, a year ago, the school had international students who pay fees in FCY, in foreign currency. Again, I hear some presidential aspirants talk about revamping and building steel mill. I'm aware of a steel rolling mill in Osogbo. Any economic relevance now and in the future? I think so, actually. You know, the opportunities for production in any state in Nigeria is huge because the state has a lot of minerals that can be used to operate these factories. You know, when state government get involved in certain operating plants, we might just have white elegant project like the one in River State of Cross River, where they are looking for someone to come and take it over. I would rather we work with private sector and create a system that will enable different SME to emerge different SME to emerge. Cotton industries produce brasswork, woven cloth, wood carving. Osogbo, the state capital, has a textile industry, food processing plant, a steel rolling mill. The people of the state are mostly traders. The people of the state are mostly traders, artisans, and of course, like many other states in Nigeria, farmers. The cash crop in this state includes tobacco, palm produce, and of course, cocoa. Artisan rather make hand-woven textile and dye, clothing, leather work, calabash carving, mat weaving. Major crop cashew, cocoa, maize, palm oil, tobacco, solid mineral gold clay, limestone kaolin granite, limestone kaolin and granite. Who are the buyers of this product? Who are the purchasers of this product? Let's look at them one by one. For corn, for example, Asians buy, European buy, North American buy, even African buy, and South America will also buy. The total market size is $36.3 billion. In Africa alone, there is a market for corn, $3.73 billion. So there's opportunity for Osun State in making money exporting corn. The next one is cassava and cassava products. From Europe to Asia, $2.11 billion, $19 million market in Africa. Cocoa beans. I am one of the people that believe that cocoa is overrated. Look at the market size for cocoa, 9.56. Even corn has a better market for cocoa than cocoa. I always say that if what Nigeria wants is foreign exchange, there are some products that we're not taking seriously, but should be our priority as far as export support and promotion is concerned. Sometimes it's like we just want to do be in some sector, mainly probably for is it prestige reason? Because I really cannot understand why we can say we should not export corn, but we should export cocoa. And you're looking for foreign exchange. The market size is 9.56. Netherlands, Germany, Belgium, France, Malaysia, United Kingdom, United States rather, Singapore, Turkey, Japan, Canada. $54.2 million. Ghana, Tunisia, Algeria, Egypt for cocoa beans. Another product that we don't really, for reason best known to government, is palm oil. Palm oil. Palm oil is 29.3 billion. In Africa, it's about 4.28 billion. Whichever way you look at it, this state has huge opportunity to make money exporting palm oil. Huge opportunity to make money exporting palm oil. And I'll talk about this and how it will work shortly. In Africa, 4.28 billion. Egypt, Kenya, Tanzania, Ghana, South Africa, Angola, Benin, Togo are major importers of this product. Raw tobacco, 10.7 billion. Raw tobacco. In Africa, almost 1 billion. So my proposal to Osun State government. So let's assume we want to work with a product like cashew nut or cocoa or oil palm. So let me use cashew nut. Let me use cashew nut. In a typical value chain for agri, you will see production, harvesting and transport, primary processing and storage, secondary processing and packaging, marketing and sales, logistics, export and distribution. There are SMEs in Nigeria that are involved in the same SME, creating inefficient value chain operating, low process capacity and low output, few job creation, low quality and packaging, high cost of production, non-competitive products in the export market. Because we have the same SMEs, sometimes we even have different SMEs, but as long as they are SMEs, it will be very challenging. If the state wants to support exports, support businesses, can you partner with a private sector to build a large processing plant, either for cashew nut or for palm kernel or for palm fruit to produce palm oil or for cocoa to chocolate? SME1 is the farmer producing, harvesting, and transporting. SME2 buys from SME1, give it to this large corporate, and this large corporate we collect it, and when it collects it, you know what it does? It will process into finished product and package it in my brand. So that means this large corporate can process for many businesses. We will have created enough jobs for SME2 to have plenty of SME2 selling both locally and in the international market in different brands. This creates efficient value chain operator, high processing capacity and output, good quality and packaging, low cost of production and competitive product in the export market, increase job creation, decrease inequality, and of course, decrease insecurity. Decrease insecurity. Decrease insecurity. In order to support exporters in this state to enter the export market in Africa, in Europe, and America, in a secure and sustainable way, the state can do the following: partner representative at destination to market and secure contract, set up warehouse for pickup by a wholesaler and retailer at destination, set up an entity, agent or distributor at destination, partner with independent agent or distributor at destination, organize and sponsor manufacturers for exhibition in the export market. How can the state make money directly? The profit to the state. The state can make money directly. Let's use cocoa for example. If the state use half of the arable land to plant cocoa at a yield per hectare of 1.5 metric tons, we can get a yield of about 260,000 metric tons. That's more than what Nigeria currently produces. It's been said that Nigeria produces between 200 and 250 metric tons, 1,000 metric tons of cocoa. Osun State, at a price of about 2.4, can generate $637 million. Convert to Naira at 415, 264. Now, the state is supporting farmers to farm this product for the government, but the people farming also get paid. At the cost of farming of about 6.93 billion, cost of export about 15, total of about 26, net of the costs. The state with IGR can still have 258 billion. What is the budget of the state this year? 129. Now, how can the state make this work? The state can partner with the private sector to set up a special purpose vehicle, otherwise called SPV, provide fund while this other partner provide expertise, form farmers into cooperative across the state, give them purchase order to buy what they produce, give them a guarantee that they will buy, support them in farming. Cocoa might take about 2 to 3 years for the new variant. Some other product might take less. And if it's cocoa, that means twice a year they can harvest, and then the state can export. The idea is that the state support land input and provide a collection center for harvest. FPB clean and process this product for export, source for buyers, do documentation and shipment, present document to the banks for payment, get paid, and of course pay the farmers with profit on their effort, and of course pay his partner, retain some to run the business, and have more than enough to support the budget of the state. The impact of this suggested model for state government goes beyond generation of revenue via export. It has a humongous impact on employment generation and increased economic activity in the state. This, in my opinion, is a more effective and efficient and enduring model for diversifying the economy of any state in Nigeria. This model can also replicate the federal government at the federal level, especially for the exportation of solid minerals. Thank you very much, everyone, for joining today. See you next week and have a wonderful weekend. Bye-bye.